Okay, so I'm going to make a red lentil, and it's actually called a lemony red lentil soup, and it's from this cookbook that I told you about, Thug Kitchen. Eat Like You Give a Fuck, the official cookbook. And it's the #1 bestseller on the New York Times bestseller list, which tells you something. And to describe the soup, they say this isn't that boring brown lentil mush you find in places where food goes to die. We wouldn't do you like that. The spices and lemon makes this some next level shit that you will actually want to eat. Makes enough for 4 as a main and 6 as a side. So I'm going to talk more about this. This is a great book. This is my first recipe in the book. I'm not a cook by any means, but I want to give it a try. So I'll be back with the ingredients, and we'll go from there. Okay, here we are back again. We have all of our ingredients. We have the vegetable broth, we have the lentils, some cilantro, a russet potato, some carrots, onions. Instead of zest of lemon, I just got a lemon. I figured I could zest it myself. And lemon juice is inside there. Got cumin seed powder and coriander. And I have garlic. So again, we're going to work off of this book. I'm going to do some cutting and prepping. And in order to keep it short, I will pause and we'll come back. So it's the lemony red lentil soup. It's on page 85. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, so once you get everything chopped up, you have your onions, potatoes, carrots, and then they had me peel the potatoes, so I kept that cannot be bad for you. I have minced garlic, and I have cumin, coriander, and salt. And then I have the red lentils and cilantro. And back here we have the broth, the vegetable broth. So there was the salt. So we have everything. And then over here we have the beginnings of a pot. It has a little oil on the bottom, so I'm going to heat that up. Not too high so we don't burn anything. Okay, so according to the instructions here, we grab a large pot, we heat the oil, we add the onions, let it saute for 3 minutes until it gets vaguely golden. Then we're going to add the potatoes and the carrots. We're going to saute for another couple minutes. Then we're going to add the garlic and the spices. At that point, it'll start to smelling. Your place will start to smell choice. And then saute for another couple minutes, then add the salt, lentils, and broth. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to just add the garlic to this. And I'm going to add the salt at the same time, because it seems ridiculous to wait a couple minutes, which probably explains why everything I cook ends up looking and tasting the same. Actually, tasting the same is not true. So, we'll be right back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put just a piece of onion in there. And that'll tell me when this gets hot enough to start going. It's going to take a second. Just get going. A little red there. I'm going to actually turn it to the other side so the whole thing heats up. Okay, so that's a good sign. Put the onions. Go. Okay, so we're gonna put them in there. Rinse this off. And just turn it started. So we're looking for it to just get a little bit golden. Not quite there yet. Onions don't usually bother me, but for some reason these ones are. Okay, so we're coming down to the end. Let's see if I can get that. We're coming down to the end. It seems like it's going to be a real simple finish too. It says to let it simmer for 15 to 20 minutes, stirring now and again, and then add the lemon zest, the lemon juice, and turn off the heat. I may have forgotten to add the cilantro. Okay, we'll come back to that. I did not forget to add the cilantro. So you can do a couple things. At this point I gotta wash my hands every time I touch myself. Very important. So I have the last couple things to do. Let it simmer for 15-20 minutes. One thing it suggests is you can pull out some of it and blend it, and then that would thicken it up, or you can just have it chunky, whatever you'd like. It's your soup. So just to show you what I have left is I have some cilantro. This is the lemon that I cut. Here's I squeezed the lemon. I have lemon juice, and then I have the lemon zest. And this is basically the waste from the compostable waste that will go out in the backyard compost. And then here's what the looks like it needs to be stirred. Anyway, I want to thank Thug Kitchen for their lemony red lentil soup. It looks like definitely worth the purchase. Easy recipe, kind of humorous, vegan, and anything to eat better and save the planet all in one shot. Anyway, thank you, and I hope you come back for more. I'll try another recipe next week.